Welcome to the Jose Aliaga Show. Today I have a special guest, my friend Troy Coffin. Troy is a political analyst and he's today in my show again because Troy have a lot to tell to the public today. It's a lot of going on. Troy, what's going on?
Hey, Jose, doing A-okay? How's everything with you?
Good. Troy, you see, in the last couple of months is happening a lot of crazy things, but not just domestic issues. Now we have international issues, foreign policy. I don't want to talk about foreign policy today because a lot of people don't know what's going on with China and Russia. Most people paying attention maybe to Ukraine, but can you tell us who is the MSS? What is
So
the
you're
MMS?
you're talking about the Chinese, federal or the Chinese intelligence agency, which some say is even stronger than the CIA. Um,
Yeah,
so
the reason I ask you about this is because it was a U.S. congressman, Republican, a month ago. He brought it up this issue because you see the CIA have a website. If you go www.cia.gov, you can at least find out what they are about.
yeah,
If
you
you
can
want
find
to
out
find out
some information
information,
about it.
yeah, public information. If you want to go to another country like Cuba, something they tell you the race of what's going on. But you see, sorry for that. Things like that we don't know. So we want to know what's going on. And about the MSS, we don't know what is the MSS. They don't have a website. We don't know much about it. It's really secret. The only thing we know is they are a combine of the FBI with the CIA all together. And you see, a lot of people would tell me, even yourself, you told me before, Jose, we have a lot of Chinese students for the last 20 years. They're coming here with tourist visa, student visa, but they have been taking, learning from us. In some cases, we see they're stealing information, they're stealing our technology, and give it to the Chinese. And that's why the Chinese has been done in the past, is stealing our technology, which is a huge thing. If
And
I,
we've let them do it.
what?
And we've let them do it. We've let them come over here. And back in 2010, 2011 is right when it was peaking. When the schools here in Michigan, the Chinese population has gone up 400%, and my college university here in Michigan. Um, we have no way of knowing the information they sent back to China. A lot of the Chinese government they think they can have kids to go to school here, and when those kids are taking or in their scientific laboratories and in criminology students, they have access to all that stuff, and they can ship that information right back to China.
That's right. So, but one of the most critical things here is property rights. Here is why. If you go and steal somebody technology, any manufacturer in America or anywhere, university, you name it, that's a criminal thing. You cannot do that. You have a problem. You get, lawsuits and all that. The Chinese has been coming here for many years, stealing our technology, not just for America, for Europe and other countries, and they're applying their way, and they get away with that. It's how
Absolutely.
they compete, they're stealing technology, information, all that. And they're very smart. They infiltrate a lot of people here, the students. And I remember at one point, the chairman of intelligence from the House of Representatives, he got a girlfriend who was an spy from the Chinese government, if you remember. That was probably 4 or 5 years. Remember?
Yeah.
So there's a critical problem because if you remember now, what happened is in California, they arrest two Navy sailors because they have been passing sensitive information to the Chinese government. What do you think about this? This is just the first time, or you think this has been happening for a long time, and you just feel they got caught? What do you think, Troy, about this?
Yeah, I think it's a matter of just getting caught. I think it's most likely now. I'm only speculating. I have nothing about the fact on my toes, but I do already the it's been going on for a while, and that those two Navy sailors just happened to drop some locks, and just got caught up in the noise. And but no, I totally agree with you. I believe it's probably been happening for a while.
Well, it raises a lot of questions and concerns. If Joe Biden doing a good job, is our government being efficient to stop uh, secret agents come to our country and stealing our technology and information, or we already know this is a cold war, but are we close to a war with China? Because why they doing military intelligence? Why they infiltrating people in the Navy? Far as we know, in the Navy only, maybe they already know tactics or military strategies from the Army and Air Force. We don't know that. The only thing we know is what is public. But I don't think so that China has been just only spy on our Navy training and sensitive information there. So now, do you think maybe they're looking in the future a potential conflict like a war with United States is the ultimate goal? What do you think?
Well, I think a lot of it goes back to the fact that Chinese feels like they're equal. In the past, I think China knew their place, they were second hand to the United States. So with the Biden leadership, I think that they're starting to feel even with us. And when they have the Biden family under their control, and the things we focus on in schools, I'm sorry, but President Putin, President Xi, they're not focused on pronouns and all this,
Can you
social
name me?
concerns that we handle. And,
Can you name me one thing in foreign policy that Biden was right? One accomplishment in foreign policy from Biden. Just name me one.
couldn't tell you any, unfortunately.
No, nothing. So, do you think the Chinese are taking advantage of the weak, mediocre leadership that we currently have, and they're advancing too much in the last 3 years? Do you think that's happening? Or do you think Biden has been at least fighting back and stopping China for stealing our technology and taking all over the world?
No, I tend to agree with you on that point. I do think that China's taken advantage of our the weak presidency under President Biden.
The Chinese
Things
already,
things they didn't have to worry about, or things that President Trump held China accountable for. Biden put that under the rug, and as a result, China beginning to see themselves as our equal, and they take advantage of that.
people
Okay.
sometimes, and I agree with you, but people sometimes don't understand how critical this is. Right now, the Pacific side, China already announced they're going to build the biggest port, mega port in South America and Peru, in the port of Chancay. It's going to be the biggest. It's going to draw some social, political, economic move in South America, and the Chinese is going to control that. So the Chinese is going to have free economic trades with South America, and that's a political game for them because they're going to own the port, the biggest port in the Pacific side. So at least in Latin America, I mean, we're losing a lot of presence, not just in North America, I mean, in South America and the Pacific side. Sometimes we like to look at the Atlantic side when we look where is Europe and all that, but we're losing what is California down in the Pacific side. We're losing that. Chinese has invested a lot of money buying all the natural resources from South America, buying copper, lithium, titanium, plutonium to make actually bombs. They own it all. North Korea too. And
China's on
the
top of the
administration
world.
doesn't even look, doesn't even, I don't know if he cares, he may care, but he doesn't do nothing about it. He's already he wants to put billions of money in Ukraine right now and try to build houses for illegal immigrants. I don't see that's what we need in this type of economic. And we're losing the economic battle against China. That's what we're seeing right now. At least I see it. I mean, do you think it's going to get any better, or you think on 2024 we're going to have a change and the Republic is going to get there? What do you think? Or you think Biden is going to, with this great accomplishment, you think Biden is going to get reelected?
We got to get President Trump back in office again. It's as simple as that. We get President Trump back in office again, and we get tough on China again. It's as simple as that. President Biden, I think the problem is that a lot of these countries, like Ukraine and China, they know all about all of President Biden's dirty laundry. They know all about Hunter Biden's dirty laundry, and they could use that as leverage against them. Whereas President Trump, we don't have anything to use against President Trump. President Trump is going to more freely hold China and these other people, other countries accountable. So unfortunately, I just don't think Biden,
Mhm.
you said bought and paid for so long. I think there's a
True, Troy. Well, Troy, thank you. Thank you so much for coming today and help us out. Share with us what's going on, and sad what happening around the world. Again, it looks like China is very aggressive in foreign policy, and it's too bad that we don't have strong leadership anymore. Well, thank you, and I looking forward for the next show with you, Troy. Thanks so much.
Well, we look forward to getting President Trump back in office. We can make the debate again.
Thank you, Troy. And thank you, all of you. And please don't forget to give us a like and click the bell and subscribe on the channel. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.